Welcome. My name is Tyrone Shum from Mass Outsource Mastermind, and I'm going to be sharing with you inside how to go about doing some keyword research and also search engine optimization as well too, which in turn, the whole reason behind this is that picking a niche market, we can actually turn this niche that we're going to set up to be able to turn it into making some money. Now, one thing I'm going to be sharing with you inside this webinar is that I'm going to also recommend you take a look at a particular software called Market Samurai. And you can actually download this free trial software to be able to test it out and use, because I'm going to be referring quite a bit to it. And you can download it from here at tyronshum.com/Market Samurai. Now, if you don't have that, that's okay, because I'm going to be going through inside the particular webinar on how to go about doing keyword research. And you can follow through all this at your own pace. But it's really ideal if you do have Market Samurai installed on your computer, you can easily follow along and do exactly what I'm doing as well. You don't need the software, as I mentioned before. You can actually find all these things all online for free. But to speed up the process and to be able to set up and do keyword research with your particular niche market, it's really good to be able to have Market Samurai, because it will save you a lot of time and also help you find things that I know that I couldn't find if I had to do it manually. All right, so let's get straight into it. Okay, inside the webinar, I'm going to share with you some overview so that you can understand how this all works as well, because it's crucial to understand how important keywords are. So I'm going to share with you right now and talk with you what the importance of keyword research is. So there's a few things that I just want to talk about. Okay. I'm just going to put it down here. Keyword research is basically like searching for diamonds. And I'm going to draw a little diagram down here. To actually, you got to drill down really deep to be able to find these diamonds. And these diamonds are all located really deep in the ground in a compressed carbon area, from what I understand. And it's really, if you want to find the diamonds, you've got to dig down and pretty much find them in the rough. But once you've found them, these diamonds are very high value and they're worth quite a bit. And the same thing is true for keyword research. To find the right keyword, you really need to go down and dig down deep into it to be able to find that keyword, which will give you the really powerful keyword to be able to help you determine if it's going to be something that will make money. Because ultimately, if you find the right keyword and you target it right and you set it up all right, you're going to be able to get a lot of traffic from it. You're going to be able to have low competition and also make money. And in order to do that, you need to go through a process of actually filtering through and understanding how these filters apply. And it's the same thing. If you don't have the right drill bit to be able to dig down to be able to find diamonds and the right systems in place to be able to do it, then you're not going to be able to find those diamonds. And it's the same thing here. In order to be able to find the right keywords, you need to filter it through. And that's the importance of keyword research. And this is why I'm going to be sharing with you why you need to look at doing keyword research first, because keyword research will be your very crucial part of doing your niche market selection. Okay, so that's the first part. And you might be wondering, why do I need to do keyword research? Well, the first thing is, the reason why you might want to do keyword research is because you're firstly setting up a new site. Okay, setting up a new site can be as simple as just putting a brand new domain name out there and just calling it mydomain.com. But if you are targeting a very competitive niche, or you want to actually jump into a particular niche that potentially helps you to make money, you want to make sure you set up the right keyword term. So if I'm going to jump into, say, dog food, I want to be able to find out if the term dog food has good traffic and also has less competition and potentially can make me money. So I want to find out if dogfood.com is available, and if that's not, then what are the other potential keywords I can actually target into. So that's probably one reason why, the first reason why you want to do keyword research. The second reason is, if you currently have an existing site and you want to be able to optimize this site, keyword research will definitely help you with that, because optimizing for SEO, which is search engine optimization, I'm going to abbreviate here today, is going to be very crucial to be able to help you with the success. And if you're currently got a website that's ranking okay in the search engines, but not being found on the first page of Google, then keyword research will definitely help you with that, because if you can target the right keywords, you can easily help yourself rank up to the top pages of Google. And in my circumstance, in my case, I've been able to do some really simple SEO for my previous business, which I had for dragon boating, and I was ranked at #1 for dragon boat paddles and dragon boat bags and all that. And it wasn't that hard. I just followed some simple basic steps to be able to get good SEO for my site. Now, the third and final reason why you might want to be doing keyword research is to be able to help you find those small little niches, okay? To find those niche websites and set them up and be able to determine whether or not these websites are going to help you make money. And if you currently do have websites that are currently in a particular niche, you might want to drill down even further to be able to find smaller niches within that where you can make additional income as well too. So those are the three main reasons why I think you probably might want to be able to do some keyword research. Now you might be thinking, okay, I understand that it's important to see what these things can do with keyword research, but you got to understand that also too, what determines a good keyword. And I'm going to go through right now with you what is determining a good keyword, because if you understand how keyword research works, you can really, really dominate any particular niche to be able to find. So I'm going to go through and give you the reasons why or what determines a good keyword. So I'm just going to write up here, good keywords. Okay. And to determine a good keyword, there's a few very, very important things that you want to be able to look at. Firstly, you want to choose keywords that are firstly relevant. Okay. Relevant keywords are so crucial. There's no point doing keyword research that goes into a particular market. Let's say, for example, dogs, and you just chose a keyword that's just for dogs, but there's so many people searching just for dogs, but there's nothing that's going to be targeted traffic. So what you want to be able to find is a relevant keyword that might be targeted towards the relevant niche. And what I mean by that is that instead of searching just for dogs, which is a very generic term, we want to be able to find keywords that are going to be relatively to particular markets that have not been dominated within dogs. Say, for example, dog food for puppies. That may be a particular niche that hasn't been targeted, and you may be able to find puppy dog food might be a niche that, or keywords that would be untargeted, and that's relevant to specifically that niche. So you want to be able to find out a good keyword that's relevant. The second thing that I'd say as well too is that you want to make sure that there's traffic from this keyword, because when you do your keyword research, the last thing you want to do is to find a keyword that doesn't have any traffic or has too much traffic. And I'll talk a little bit more about having too much traffic as well a little bit later. But you want to find a keyword that has plenty of traffic or reasonable amount of traffic. And if you have good traffic there, you can easily set up the right systems and be able to set up the right websites to be able to capture that traffic and then turn that traffic ultimately into money, which is ultimately what we want to be able to do with keyword research. Okay. Now, what determines another thing that's good, a good keyword is competition. Okay. A lot of people overlook this, because if you have traffic and you have a lot of traffic, it's more than likely that there is a lot of competition already. Okay. Because these two tie into each other. If you have lots of traffic and you might be asking, okay, are there a lot of people competing in this market? And if it is, yes, then it wouldn't be a market that you want to go into, because you'd be fighting to try and get a top ranking spot on Google. So what you want to ideally find is a reasonably good keyword with relatively good traffic, and also too with low competition. That's what you want to ultimately find, low competition. So that's another thing about having a good keyword. The fourth thing I want to share with you as well too is seeing if this keyword also has commercial value. Okay. And what I mean by commercial value is basically if you choose a good keyword and it ranks well, and if you decide to sell this keyword to someone else, and you'll be able to sell it at a higher value because it's it's something that is worth a lot to people, then therefore it's a good keyword. The best scenario that you might want to look into is when you're doing keyword research and you put it into AdWords. If in AdWords, say for example, the Google determines that this particular keyword is worth 5 cents per click, that's actually relatively very low. But if, say for example, Google says that this particular keyword, for example, keyword B, is worth $2 per click, then that's a relatively very high keyword that you can actually rate for. And commercial value, that's important because this will also help you determine how much you can charge for advertising. And not only that, it tells you also too how much you can potentially make as well from the website. And inside Market Samurai and also the tools that I'll be sharing with you inside this webinar, I'll show you exactly how that all works as well. So that's the fourth thing. One last point I just want to note, this is usually not something that most people talk about, is you want to look at your passion. And in the past, I've chosen niches which I'm not even passionate about because I just looked basically at the dollar value. And one thing I just want to let you know is that if you do it on that and you base that at the beginning, it's okay to do that for the time being. But in the long term, when you are particularly focusing on trying to build up a website or build up a niche website, you want to be sure that you're going to have passion to drive it all the way through. And that's the thing with outsourcing and with teaching my virtual assistants, I always ask them to choose a particular topic that they're passionate about, because at the end of the day, they're writing the content, they're looking at building a website, they want to know that they're going to be passionate to continue to build this website. And that's something that I would determine as a good keyword. And it always comes back down to that because it helps you grow your business much faster and also grow your niche markets much faster. All right, so that's pretty much where good keywords lie and how important this is. And this is what I just wanted to run through with you today, is just to be able to give you that understanding. Now, what I want to share with you next is that we want to look at how to be able to find that targeted traffic.